In today's video, I'm going to be sharing products that have been allowing me to live a reckless lifestyle. Products that have been literally saving my ass. Hi, I'm Lisa, and listen, I'm just a girl with no time trying to make time for makeup, fashion, and beauty, and with hopes and goals to inspire you to do the same. Now, these are products that I have considered to be top shelf items, chef's kiss items, items that have allowed for me to do a little bit self-care and that have just been giving me butterflies that I have been reaching for over and over again because they are just that good. And so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the first product. Now, I have been making it a priority. I'm lying. I haven't been making it a priority, but while recently I have made it a priority to keep up with my Brazilian waxes, I'm not always doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. You know, the instructions, the how to care for instructions that they give you before you leave. Child, I indulge in behaviors and things that I may not necessarily should be indulging in, but this allows me to do that. And it is something that I have shared in a previous video and is still to this day a very much so lifesaver. And I think the reason why I've been reaching for it a lot lately is because, to be quite transparent, there was a time where child, it just, you know, the Brazilian waxes, any shaves, it just wasn't happening. I wasn't caring for myself in that manner. And but this has been allowing me to do that. And this is the fur oil. Now, Fur is a brand that specifically focuses on body care. So hair care as it pertains to the body, where it grows on other places that are not your hair. So whether it's your back, your legs, your armpits, your hoo-ha, you know what I'm saying? They focus on body care overall, period. And so this right here, this fur oil, which smells so good, I'm not really sure which oils is in it specifically, but I feel like I smell rosemary, and rosemary is an oil ever since being natural that I've grown fond of. So now I know a lot of people are very hesitant about getting waxes because of, you know, the type of horrific experiences that you can have after experiencing a wax. And they do have two types of oils for those types of that addresses those types of concerns specifically. The other oil helps for it to treat the ingrowns, the bumps, and all of those horrific things that you can experience from not properly caring for Brazilian waxed areas. This right here helps for you to prevent like ingrowing hairs and all of those gross things. So me, I typically use this when I go, you know, to the gym, or I'm gonna especially use this more so during the spring and summertime while it warms up. And I live in a state of Florida where, child, you can't help but to sweat and get a little moist in every single part of your body as soon as you step outside. And so this has allowed for me to go to the gym earlier than they, you know, mentioned. There have been times where I've gone like the day after my appointment or like right after my appointment, but this helps to prevent those ingrowing hairs. And this has been a lifesaver, a game changer for my life and my overall care, period. Okay, this is top shelf, baby. Okay, I love this oil right here. Now, the next item that I have absolutely love is something. It's from a brand that is a brand that everybody in my family loves. We love the Cerave brand. Now, this is the Cerave Moisturizing Cream. For some reason, I'm just too exhausted. I'm too tired to properly moisturize after I get out of the shower. And I've been doing a horrible job at managing the water temperature when I'm actually in the shower. I will take hot showers. Child, in the back of my back, my skin is punishing me for it. But this has been helping for me. And this is probably why I live that kind of reckless lifestyle. But this has been helping to overall treat just my overall dry skin, especially those patches like right here on my back where I allow the shower to run after a very long, exhausting day. And it like literally pounds the back of my back like right here. That has been, so it's like right here in like my back, upper shoulder areas, but this has been helping to just overall restore that barrier, or when it just feels extremely dry to where it's extremely painful, this adds that moisture. This adds that moisture back into that area. So this right here has been coming to my rescue when it comes to my dry behind back, or just my overall skin period. And as I use it, I can feel it restoring my skin. Now, it's a unique formula that helps to restore the protective barrier of your skin. And so I have leaned into this heavily while I've tried to restore the skin on my back that I feel like is going to take a while. It's not going to be a 24 to 72 hour process. And then I love this because it is not a lotion. I'm not going to lie, to be honest, it is something that every now and then I'll try to throw on at night before I go to bed, and maybe not necessarily in the right places all the time. I try to go into like targeted areas, and that definitely helps when I wake up in the day. I love this also because it doesn't take forever to dissolve into the skin. There are some lotions or some butters that just take forever in a day just for them things to like just seep into the skin. But my skin eats this thing right on up. It is right here. It's nice, it's super thick, it's super creamy, and I love how it just dissolves into the skin right away. What I have found with a lot of lotions, a lot of creams, a lot of butters, like it takes forever for it to dissolve into the skin. Particularly some butters and some creams that I've paid like good money for. I don't have that type of time at night when I'm tired and I just want to be laying in my bed for me to just be playing with you, okay? For me to be playing with these butters that I spend good money for to dissolve into my skin. Like I need for you to like dissolve and be up in that thing like right away. Now, since we're on the subject of restoring the skin's barrier and just overall healing the skin, another product that I've began to use and reach for myself is actually one that I've used for my daughter over a period of time since she was a little girl, and that is this La Roche-Posay. This is the Eczema Prone Skin Body Enhanced Cream Lotion. That is why I don't use this lens. That's why I don't use this lens. Now, this is the La Roche-Posay Eczema Soothing Cream. It's for body, hands, and the face. And this is the only thing that I've used. My daughter has always had an issue with eczema from being a little baby. My daughter has always had issues with eczema from being a little baby. It got so bad to where she used to scratch it and it would bleed. It's super dark right here in the middle of her arms, and her skin used to literally peel. And out of all of the creams, all of the brands who claim to be eczema prone or help to heal and to cure, I don't think eczema is something that you can ever cure, but to help heal the skin from just experiencing eczema, this is the only thing that has really done that job. And I have started to use it myself. So yeah, baby, I've been reaching in your stats and I've been using your thing. Like, so this is what it looks like now because I've been using it that much. It is so good. Now, it doesn't absorb into the skin as quickly as the Cerave, but still fairly quick compared to other bodies, butters, and creams that I use on my body that I spend good money for. And these are all products that you can either get at Target. You can get the La Roche-Posay at Walmart. I'm not sure, but you can definitely get it at Ulta as well. Now, since we're in the subject of just how I try to rush and get into bed and ignore my skin, and I just be disrespectful and just be doing the nastiest things to my skin. And I don't mean like nasty, but I mean like attitude wise, I don't care for you type of nasty. We're going to go into a product that I have been using, like, I'm not going to lie, those nights where I be too tired to even reach for the lotion, I literally spray this thing on my body soon as I get into the shower. And this is something that I have shared previously on my Sephora favorites video. This is the Honey Water Balm. This is so good. And it smells so good, smells so refreshing. Honestly, it smells so good and so refreshing that I feel like it helps for me to go to sleep. But this is a water balm that is meant to hydrate the skin. And you see how it looks here. Now, it doesn't dry down like this, but this gives you, I feel like, an indication of how your skin would look. And maybe I should use it on the side of my hand where I don't already have lotions on, but I feel like it gives you an indication of how it helps to hydrate the skin. So this is something that I will also put on in the middle of the day when I'm working from home, particularly because I don't always wake up when I'm working from home and do what, do all the skincare and get ready for the day. Sometimes I'm literally rolling over and logging into my computer. But when it's halfway through my work day, or maybe an hour or 2 hours into my work day, and I realize, child, the skin is a little dry because one, I didn't properly care for it the night before, and child, I'm feeling it now. I spray this on my body as well. I think I need this in a mini. This is something that I feel like I need to have them in my purse that I can take on a go. So I wonder if it comes in a mini. I don't know, but Hanny, if you're watching, y'all need this in a mini because this is just that good. And I need to be able to like throw it literally in my bag. The next product that I have been reaching for is one that I haven't been using for that long. It is Chef's Kiss. So good. So good that it makes me want to cry just thinking of it. Like, I don't know what I was doing. Well, I know what I was doing before this, and I still do what I would do before this. But this is so good. But this is the Real Complexion Hyaluron Skin Essence. This is a 5-in-1 moisturizing, glowing, balancing, softening, and smoothing concoction. Okay, because I'm really not sure what it is exactly because it just does all of the things. But it also contains HA and collagen. I feel like this helps in minimizing all of the steps. I do have a specific skincare routine when I do that routine at night to help cut down on the number of steps in the products that I use at night. And this has helped to do that so much. I'm just going to wait for everything to dry down on my hand because I want to apply this so you can see what she does. But I feel like when you use this, you can, and well, let me first talk about my skincare routine. My skincare routine, I typically cleanse the skin, of course. And then I cleanse the skin, I balance it. I usually use hyaluronic acid and then I moisturize. Ingredients are in here. I've never really looked. If I look it up, child, I'm gonna go ahead and place it on the skin, but it doesn't really have a scent. And so if you're somebody who has an issue with things smelling, just being extremely strong, but for one, oh gosh, I don't, I need to just start wearing a shirt where I can roll up my skin and I can just use my entire arm for you to be able to see these things, especially my arms when they ashy, child. Let me just start pulling up with the ashy elbows and the ashy arms. But this is so good. Like when I put it on my skin, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I can skip a step. It allows you, I feel like, to skip a step because where I would apply hyaluronic acid, here she goes. Where I would moisturize, and I still do the most. I still add my moisturizer when I do because lately I've been a little lazy. And I've been seeing that in my skin, so I need to stop playing. But this does that. It softens. It is just literally, it's like it says, it is a 5-in-1. So it helps for you to just, eliminate some steps in your skincare routine. If you want to eliminate some steps and make it to bed a little quicker, child, there she goes. And I think all of the things that I have been reaching for lately have just probably things that have just been restoring moisture into my skin, because where I have lacked, period, just I'm in my cheer mom life, my cheer mom era. I don't know what it is, child, but I just been tired. I think it has a whole lot to do with my health and, just taking care of myself, and I need to do a better job at that. But I've been just extremely tired at night, and I don't find myself doing all of the things that I need to do. Um, Other favorite shall has been just Aquaphor. Period. Aquaphor, and I have gotten Aquaphor in every form there is. I use her on my lips at night when I'm going to bed. During the day when I'm getting ready, before I apply my lip combo, this is what I'm adding. I've purchased this. I love this so much that I've purchased this in just about every single form. So this child, this is like a touch-free form right here. It comes like this. Here is the top. You squeeze it and you can I don't know. I don't know, but I saw this and I felt like I needed it. I also had to get it in like a little tubing like this, and I keep a little tubing like this in my car for those days where I look back and I ask my daughter and I ask my son, did you put something on your lips? Do you got your lip gloss? Is your lips hydrated, child? And I have this tubing. Child, I keep this in the car for me too. So I keep this in the car for me, and I purchased one for my husband because he is a fan of Carmex. And no disrespect to you, Carmex, if you're watching, but your formula, you've come through in a clutch for me for a very long time. I've had ages, I've had years where I've used Carmex, but child, I feel like all it does not only is the taste nasty on your lips, but I feel like all it does is dry your lips even more. And so this is moisturizing to the core. Not only is it moisturizing, but it is healing. It heals dry soles, lips, cracked, all of the things. So I had to get this Aquaphor in this tubing as well. And I don't know what I was thinking. I just went in that day, but I got it in this spray as well. I like how it sprays. The only thing that makes me not reach for this a whole lot as much as I do all of the other ones is that when it comes out, it is cold. The next thing that I have been loving, and I've slept on this sunscreen for so long, but Black Girl Make It Matte Sunscreen. This comes in an SPF of 45. This is it's ultra sheer water resistant. It's ultra sheer water resistance and fragrance free. So I love that about this. And I love that it goes on a little still greasy, but over a period of time, it does matte down. So I feel like this is a sunscreen that is perfect to wear over makeup. I feel like this should literally be your sunscreen, your favorite sunscreen's favorite sunscreen, because this is that good, child. You see what I've done to it. I really need to go and get me another one of these, but ooh, it's so good. It's so good. And I think when I go this time, I may buy me a couple. Another thing that I have been loving so much lately. Oh, I'm trying to find all the things. Another thing that I've been loving so much lately, I feel like maybe I'm just in my let me restore my body care era. Because the next thing I've been loving so much is this Salt's Hair Oil. This is a deodorant oil. It has 5% AHA. And it's a serum deodorant. The fragrance that I love, and I've tried the other fragrance. I think it comes in maybe two or three, but I've tried the other ones. But my favorite one is overall, period, this pink beach fragrance. It's so light, it's so refreshing, it's so good. I've moved away from those other fragrances because not no, I moved away from those other deodorants because one, I wear a lot of black, or I wear a lot of dark clothes, or clothes that are susceptible for some reason, I feel like they say to the deodorant, touch me. It's like they beg to be touched. And before I know it, I got a deodorant stain on my shirt and just all the wrong things. And I hate that. I hate walking around with a little deodorant on my clothes. This, especially like a white mark deodorant. So I believe this comes in like 2 or 3 fragrances, but overall, my favorite fragrance is the Pink Beach. I love this so much because the scent is just so soft, so refreshing. It isn't one that is overpowering. I've worn some of those other deodorants that aren't necessarily in oil, and child, you're overpowering my fragrance of the day. Like, why? How dare you? You trying to be a little bit disrespectful. And so I love that about this scent. I love just this formula, period. I feel like, oh, child, this has keynotes: coconut, almond blossom, and vanilla. And instructions to, I never paid attention to a deodorant. Like, clearly, I should know what to do with you. But this says, apply a generously amount to underarms, allow 60 seconds for deodorant to dry. I guess that makes sense because yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'd rather have an oil mark than that white mark on my clothes. But I really, really love the scent of this. I love oil deodorants just because the overall concept, I feel like oils do a better job at just absorbing and seeping into your skin compared to those other deodorants where it's literally something that you apply on top of your scent. And so if you think of an oil absorbing into your skin, what it does with that stank is it like engulfs it, it wraps it as it transmits into your skin. And I know I'm not explaining this properly, but you can get the vision. You get the vision. And I know that I have had people close to me that have had experiences using just deodorants that sit there onto your skin. So for example, antiperspirant deodorants that just literally sits on top of your skin and blocks your pores. They can cause gross, like almost ingrown bumps or just very painful kind of like bumps or bacteria filled bumps because all of the blockage, all of the sweat that should leave your skin when you're perspiring, your antiperspirant is causing it or to do the opposite. They act when it really needs to. You need to perspire. I feel like this allows you to perspire, but in overall a good way because the oil is playing a big part in that. And so I know I'm no scientist, I'm no chemist, but I hope you get the overall picture that I'm trying to paint as to why I now prefer an oil deodorant compared to those other. Loving a very red blush, or not a very red blush, but I've just been falling in love with the idea of red blush just overall, period. I feel like it is a blush or a color that can literally pull a look together or make you look put together really quick without having all the other components. One of my favorite blushes as of lately, honestly, I don't have a favorite one, but one of the ones that I have been reaching for lately is the one by NARS. And child, where that thing at? It is somewhere around here. But the NARS, this House Labs blush right here. Do you see how good that looks on the skin? And it is also a type of blush that I use on my daughter's skin for her competition because I feel like it gives just the amount of like redness. Like when you think of the idea or the concept of, someone blushing, it's the fact that they're turning like red in the face. And child, you don't necessarily turn pink or mauve in the face. So I feel like a red blush truly gives you the idea that you're blushing. And so I've been using that for her on her competition. And I feel like just a little bit goes a very long way, no matter the red blush that you've used or out of all of the ones that I've been using. Probably because I use some pigmented blushes, but this, I thought I can't find, I thought I could find it real quickly, but I can't find it. But it is in the color Exhibit A, and it is so good. There is a couple of them that I have that I use. My next favorite item that I've been reaching for a whole lot lately, since we're still on the topic of blushes as well. I've been leaning into like my red blush, and I've been in my Barbie pink blush era. So I've been wanting to look like a pink Barbie, like a little black Barbie, not a pink Barbie, but a black Barbie. And so I have been reaching for my Girly Pop a whole lot lately. This is so good. It is going to be one that I use a whole lot this spring. It is going to be in my spring basics, my spring makeup basics, period. And this is going to be something that I use. And what I've been doing a whole lot lately is I've been using the cream and the powder. I still haven't figured out the whole glitter gloss thing. And I know a lot of brands are going into this direction. Y'all can do without this part. I think the only person that has figured that out is Patrick Ta. Y'all can do without this highlighter part. Just please get rid of it and add more of the cream blush and the powdered brush, because baby, that is all we need. And so typically I would reach for like a mauve type of blush, but I have been reaching for both red and very pink bubblegum blushes because, believe it or not, those colors are some of the best colors, my favorite colors to wear on deep skin. Another thing, I think this might be the final item that I have been loving and reaching for lately has been, oh, where did I just put it? And let me just roll this up. Has been this Danessa Myricks. This is the waterproof cream pigment. This is a multi-use pigment, and the color that I have been using is iconic. Child, we are in a season where cool tones are cool toning. They are out here. They have come to play. They have re-emerged into everybody's beauty routine. And while I have been indulging in cool tone makeup, I feel like when it comes to me like going somewhere, I'm not always wearing cool tones. Like sometimes I want to wear a little brown or something that has a little bit of like a yellow hue, and this feels like this has a little bit of like a cool tone but mixed with a little bit of brown, so then that way you're getting the best of both worlds. And so when there is a special event, this cuts down the time in my eyeshadow routine because I'm able to throw this baby on and make my look do its thing. And so this I love. Let me try to put it on. I'd be afraid to put it on. Making my life just extremely easy. Oh, the next thing that I've been reaching for lately that I have been loving, it has been allowing me to take better care of it has been helping me to heal my skin a little bit more. And that is this Elastiskin by In Beauty. This is one of those gooey serum formulas that a lot of the Korean skincare brands, I feel like that is probably where it originated. But I love this because it hydrates my skin, period. And you use it a couple of days and you see the results. My skin after using this looks so good. I've recently ran out and I do have to, just purchase some more from the Sephora sale. And it comes in, it's refillable. I still haven't figured out how to refill it yet, but I do intend on, or I've already purchased it from the Sephora sale. So you should be seeing that in probably my next video, but it is refillable. It makes my skin look absolutely beautiful. I used to talk about like when I got into doing videos, makeup, skincare, I was kind of hesitant because I know I was older in age and I would look at all the little younger girls doing the videos and they had what I refer to as baby booty skin. And I have texture, I have unevenness, child. I don't have baby booty skin. But if you want that baby booty skin, listen, all of these items, I'm going to make sure I link down in the description box below. I want to know if you got better alternatives to the items that I'm already using. Or if you found this video helpful, feel free to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It does help for it to become a little bit more discoverable out here in these YouTube streets. And if we vibe, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe, child. Join the tribe, join the community. Make sure that you never miss a beat. And until the next video,